Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kendall, and today I thought we'd do a little bit of a different video, one that's a little more casual. So I'm not in my usual setting, I'm actually at home, and we're gonna do a what's in my gym bag. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll link all the products that I have in here so you can check it out online and see if there's anything that you want to use as well and put into your dance bag or your gym bag. All right, so first of all, let's check out the bag. This is my gym bag. It's from Athleta. Adjustable strap, pocket in the front with a zipper, as well as a pocket on the inside. I actually really love it. I think it's really cute, and you could even use it not as a gym bag or as a dance bag. So the first thing that I have in here is a long resistance band. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I use bands for everything, so this is imperative that I keep it in my gym bag and in my dance bag so that I can do exercises on the go, especially if I'm at a studio or at a gym that doesn't have bands. These are good ones. All right, next one is a pair of shorts. I actually did not know that these were in here. A pair of workout shorts. I don't normally keep shorts in my gym bag, but I forget how they got in here. Anyway, I might just leave them in here because I feel like that's also good to have just in case of any like wardrobe malfunction, because you never know. But these are really nice shorts that I love to wear when I work out. Next, we have a loop resistance band. Also really good to keep on hand. I feel like I just always have bands with me wherever I go because whether I'm exercising myself or dancing, I still have to like warm up my body, or I'm training dancers, or like I'm working and filming videos, so like they're just always around me. But I love having a loop band as well because it's a little bit easier. You don't have to like tie the long one up. But if you have both, then bring both. Another one of my favorites. Next I have this little like Octobuddy. So it's one of those where it's like suction cup, you stick it onto the back of your phone and then you can like stick it to the wall. Actually, it won't really stick onto like a painted wall, but it will stick onto like a smoother surface like that. And that way you can like film videos. So what I like to do is put this on my phone and then stick my phone to the mirror when I'm dancing or when I'm doing an exercise and I'm filming it for social media or something. Or if I want to just like check my form, it's really easy because it will stick to like mirrors, some gym equipment. It just kind of depends on the surface, but it's also like removable. So I keep it in there. Next, we have my headphones, which this was a splurge. Oops. This was a splurge that I made a couple years ago for these headphones. They are Sony headphones. These are the blue, like a navy blue color. And they have noise canceling feature. They have different like adjustment levels for whether you want like more bass in a song or like more like vocals to be more prominent, whatever you want to adjust. It comes with an app. I keep the whole case in here because sometimes I'm not very good at charging my headphones, and then I'll like start using them and it'll be like battery at 10%, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta go charge them. So I keep the whole case in here. But these are such good headphones. They're one of my favorites. I forget the like model name off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the description below so you can check them out yourself. Okay, next we have some lifting gloves. There's one. Ah, here's the other. Okay, I have two lifting gloves and they fit just like any sort of glove, but they're fingerless like this. And then they have, if you can kind of see, they have like a little like sticky end on the palm side, but this is what I use if I'm lifting like really heavy weights. So if I'm doing like heavy, mostly like deadlifts, heavy deadlifts, then I'll use these to kind of get like a better grip on the barbell or a better grip on the dumbbell. So I want you to be lifting heavy weights as a dancer, but sometimes like our grip strength is not always as strong as like our leg strength, so we need some extra help. And a lot of people will use like lifting straps where you kind of like wrap it around the wrist and then like use that to pull. I find those like really hard to use and they never quite like work for me, so I just like using the lifting gloves better. But these are good ones to have. Okay, next, a scrunchie. Can never have too many scrunchies. Oh, this is a cable attachment. one of these. I actually don't use this that often because the gym that I go to currently has like plenty of attachments, but this one opens up like this. You can put it around like your hand or around your ankle or something, and then it velcros back in, and you just attach this part. Whoops. You just attach this metal part to like the hook, and then you can use it for whatever you want. So I guess that's good to have as well. All right, next we have a body wipe. It's a body wipe with tea tree oil and aloe vera for on the go. It says on the go and need a refresh. It's a single wrap body wipe, pH balanced, hyperallergenic, biodegradable, no alcohol, sulfates, or parabens, but I think a friend gave this to me to try out. I had a couple of these. I've tried it once and it smells pretty good. Like it smells clean and just kind of like gets all the sweat off of you. And this is good for like if you have somewhere to be right after dance or right after the gym. This is a good one to have too. All right, next we have another resistance band. This is like extra heavy one. So I think this one was like a medium-ish. This one's definitely a lot heavier, a lot stronger. We have a tennis ball. I use a tennis ball to help me like warm up, roll out like my feet or like tight spots in my muscles for like self-myofascial release. I've also used them for like warm-ups and like even just like balance work and like catching the ball back and forth, or like using it for like partner games, things like that. But I mostly use it for like self-myofascial release stuff. All right, next, and this is what really weighs down my my bag, but for good reason. So these are micro gains, micro plates like this. And it's so cool how these work. So I discovered these maybe like a year ago, and they are so cool. So these weigh 2.5 pounds each. I have 4 of them in here, but for these micro gains, they're basically like little weight plates. So you know when you're at the gym and you'll see a lot of dumbbell sets go from like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, but sometimes if you jump from like a 10 to a 15 or a 15 to a 20, it's like too big of a jump, especially if you're doing an exercise where you're working smaller muscles that are not as strong. And so these weights come in 2.5 increments, so you can just put one weight on, or put one on each side of the dumbbell, and it just, you open it up and then it clips right onto the handle. And that way you could take a 10 from a 10 to a 12.5 or a 15 to a 17.5. So it effectively like doubles the amount of weights that you have available to you and just gives you a lot more options. So I have 2 sets. They're 2.5s each, so it's 1.25 pounds per micro plate. So it's a total, so if you put like 1 on each end of the dumbbell, it would be an extra 2.5 pounds. So, I mean, you could double up and do an extra 5 pounds if you wanted to, if you were doing like a single weight exercise or something like that, but I love those. They're so helpful, and I find that like, especially for something like lateral raises, which are like super difficult, like 15s feel too easy, but 20s feel like way too hard. So I'll do like 17.5 and like that'll be just right, and I'll use those micro plates. Okay, we're almost there. We're nearing the end, I believe. Next we have one singular bobby pin. You know you're a dancer when you find bobby pins anywhere you go, right? And then let's see. Oh, I have another attachment, which is the same thing as this one. I just have another one. Oh, I have my Rare Beauty lip oil, which, what shade is this? It's a tinted lip oil in shade Serenity, one of my favorites. Honestly, I have a couple of these, and I keep one in my car, one in my purse, I guess one in my gym bag, because you just never know when you need a touch up. But I love Rare Beauty, one of my favorites. Huge Selena Gomez fan as well. Last thing is just this little like clip, which I don't even know what this is for, so nothing to show there. But that is it. That is my whole gym bag. I will link some of these things below so you can check them out if you're interested. If I had my dance bag with me, there would be a whole other set of things in there as well. So maybe we'll save that for a future video. Let me know if you have questions. I will see you guys next week. Bye.